The town and city.
Well, we're still within the same game, you know, so it's a little bit. Nah, I blew it.
Yeah, it happens, man. But, you know, we starting off looking pretty good. Dill starts off by getting himself the banana peel, get himself that stage presence, but not working out for him as Koolaid starts off with some very simple but measured aggression.
Yeah, I like the fact that Koolaid is kind of trying to like establish early pressure early on, but gonna get hit by bread and butter right here, almost converting off of the banana, only getting some jabs out of the situation though.
Oh, wow. Koolaid with some pretty sweet item play. I think a lot of people don't give him credit, but I think he's really trying to prove his point.
I think with the fact that he has such a long history with the players such as Ralphie X, he's been so used to utilizing the opponent's items for so long, such as the gyro. So I think we're going to see that come into play a lot throughout the set.
Yeah, especially since he has so many moments where he's playing friendlies with Mars, and Mars is probably one of the best players I've seen with items. They kind of have like that fun back and forth where they get to practice, so it's paying off, but who knows if it's enough. Dill's putting on a lot of pressure, keeping Koolaid at bay, and ooh, that'll be a first stock.
Yeah, pressure and cash out coming through, just throwing a couple of up Bs. Shout outs to Helper.
I was going to say, bro, looking like Helper between the stocks.
Like Helper, this is how it's done. This is how you use it. Not in the match, once they're dead.
But we got the classic bread and butters coming out. Dill trying to put on some percent, and Koolaid trying to find a way to get this stock off. But it's looking rough so far.
That was close. Almost gets clipped by the bouncing fish, but Koolaid making his way around the neutral, trying to work. Wow, very quick nair for retaliation, really making sure that Dill's on his toes with aggression.
Ooh, okay. I like the attempt, but
I like Koolaid's defense leading up to finally cleaning out that stock there. He was doing such a good job of avoiding pretty much every tech chase Dill was trying to attempt to go for, and managing to seal out that first stock. Only taking 21% too, so not too bad.
Wow, a bold and brash point-blank banana. Working out, sort of. But Koolaid trying to get the percent so far. Dill being real elusive on the second stock.
Yeah, it's definitely, if there's anything that Koolaid's done well through his entire career of playing Smash 4, he's never let his character really be an excuse for him. If he loses his stock pretty early on, or if he builds a lot of percent and dies early, he's always quick to retaliate and get the other stock.
That's such a few and far between thing that happens with mid-level players in particular. Sure, your character may have weaknesses. Sheik may not be able to kill that often, but you chose the character, so you have to learn to ride and die with the toolkit that she has. And Koolaid very much capable of getting really good combos that lead to sick kills. But sitting on kind of a deficit here. Dill doing a pretty good job. Rockets coming through as a combo breaker of all things.
Dill said ride or die. I have a preference, Koolaid. He's trying to force the issue right now. Looking for some blood with the banana. But
yeah, definitely Dill. I mean, we've been sitting here saying Koolaid this, Koolaid that, but Dill just took game one. So maybe we need to slow down a little bit. I mean, Dill showing some pretty, I consider textbook Diddy play. He just stuck by what he knew,
you know,
the bread and butter.
He sees how much Koolaid works out. He's like, you know what? I think you might have a potassium deficiency, so let me help you out with this banana.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing you.
On the way to the stream setup, Koolaid got a Charlie horse, so he's like, I got him with the bananas. I
believe
don't worry about that.
I was talking to Koolaid earlier. I said, you know, what season is it? Because, you know, we're familiar with both. He said it's
right.
cutting season
cutting
now.
Season.
So
yes,
it is.
I will attribute to the fact that cutting season sucks a lot.
Same.
But you know what? This man knows how to do it, and I listened. So, all right, we're going into game 2 here, where we're going back on the town and city. I like it. It wasn't very much the stage that lost the match for Koolaid. It was just that he got slightly outplayed. But it's going to help him overall being able to seal out those kills off the top, because as we talked about needing to learn how to deal with the character, it's still really good to have a lower ceiling for Sheik to be able to kill off the top of those up airs.
Yeah, definitely can't help, but it looks like Koolaid's a little more worried about the horizontal blast zones right there.
Wow, and it looks like actually going for that off-stage conversion really was not beneficial to Koolaid, because he had to use advantage to land on stage and got punished for it. That's not what you want, especially when that move does very negligible percent.
And so far, Dill is taking every single opening and running away with it. 74% already on Koolaid. It's looking like a rough start, but
yeah, very similar to the last game. Dill had like Koolaid looked like he had something going for him, and then Dill just kind of ran away with it.
Bro, love that approach, by the way. Running away with banana and needles, looking at real good for Koolaid right now.
Ooh, I like that. I like what he was aiming to go for there, but Dill recognizing it, just free falling rather than giving up any type of defensive measure there a little bit too early.
Tries to get the trump, not going to quite get it though, but he's working his way in, lands the forward tilt. Trying to see how he's going to catch the landing, and a monkey flip, very good tool for getting out of situations just like that one.
Exactly, man, and pretty good as an actual offensive move as well, we saw with the follow-up.
All right, Koolaid in a pretty bad spot, but actually going to use the back air. Okay, he forced him to land on stage. He has no other option. He's going to throw a couple air dodges, and he waits him out the whole time. He has to recover high.
man.
All right. Dill's still making it back, though. Oh, there it is.
Oh, never mind. There's only so many times that you could guess correctly before you end up making a mistake. Koolaid finally getting that up air to seal out that first stock.
I'm saying he went really deep with that forward air. Had Dill at 120. He was sitting at 110, and it didn't kill. I was like, man, this character, like, sometimes, you know, the grind is just.
Oh, no! Oh, my God. He almost did it to him.
I feel like he was waiting. He wanted to do the down air.
He did.
And he second-guessed himself. That could have definitely killed, even if anything, knocked away the barrels. Dill wouldn't have been able to recover.
Bro, that was shades of red beef Baron. Koolaid almost did it to him with the banana, but still not phased at all. Back at it.
So for people in the chat who don't know who Red Beef is, give him a little bit of an explanation.
All I'm saying is Koolaid got the banana. 5 seconds later, red beef ain't having no stocks left. That's
All right, speaking of which, Koolaid has a banana once again. We are looking at 71% here, so Dill does need to be careful because he's getting within that sweet spot range for Koolaid to be able to get the kill. Oh, missed the text. Platform coming through.
Tippy of the toes, really keeps him in there. Throw that needle, get your man.
the wait for the second place, but okay. Dill getting out of that situation with the footstool. The Dill fans have a sigh of relief.
Yeah, Koolaid needs to be careful. He is building that rage on Dill, and he's. Oh, okay, goes for the nair. Not quite looking for the up air quite yet. And as I say that.
And that's going to be game 2 going to Koolaid, putting himself on the board. Dill with a little bit of a rear back, like, my God, man, he's so slippery. It's hard to keep up. But Dill definitely not one of the players to get tricked by that type of movement twice.
Exactly.
He, as you see in NY, he does a pretty good job in getting rid of one of the slipperiest players they have in John Numbers. So that's not something that's going to bother him too much. You see him kind of looking over right now. Meanwhile, Koolaid has the biggest smirk on his face.
Always
That's
does.
big for Koolaid. It's not that big in general, but
Yeah,
he's got to hide it.
Not normally a smiler.
Yeah, I was telling the people earlier that when Koolaid laughs, it's not like when normal people laugh when they go, ha ha. He does the exactly. Yeah, it's like he's scheming something ferocious.
That real menacing, like when you're walking down the hallway, you see people going into that area in a scary movie, like, what? No, don't go that way. Don't go that way. That's Koolaid smiling on the other side.
He's the embodiment of that Patrick meme that's been going around.
Exactly.
And that face, that is Koolaid.
Oh my God, back out with the F tilts. Again with those horizontal combos. The needles did it.
Wow, what an excellent setup there to get the early kill. Now Dill can't play defensive. He has to go in, and that's exactly what Koolaid wants out of this situation.
I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I was like, I can't wait to talk about Dill. You know, we've been talking about Koolaid a lot. And Koolaid said, nah, AG. Nah, you're not talking about
Hold
Dill.
the phone, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to stop real quick. Now, Dill does have FD to his favor.
Yep.
This is very much still doable for him as is Diddy Kong on FD. However, Koolaid looking very solid so far, but he's going to get opened up, eat a good amount of damage here, starting to slowly rack up this and putting Dill back in the game.
Definitely. I like that idea, but super smart from Dill. Putting the shield up, still getting the grab, or missing the grab and getting jabbed for it.
And Dill trying to come out swinging. Of course, he is at that deficit, so he has to put in a lot of extra hours if he wants to get that overtime money at Overclocked. But, you know, it's not looking too hot for him, but he's slowly climbing. He has Koolaid at 102. That means you know what comes next.
All right, Koolaid looking for blood on the monkey flips, trying to force the high approach and then punish, but no luck so far.
Yeah, Koolaid's starting to slowly pick apart this defense here. Dill really hasn't been able to get that seal out. Wow, great, excellent usage of that pivot throw. And get him off of him, too, with the bouncing fish.
Nice trade.
Yeah, definitely beneficial. Any trade, when you're up a stock, we take those.
Exactly. It's always money in your pocket no matter what. Like, until that point.
Yeah.
But
Until that point. Right?
Dill is at 113%. However, this is Dill's Diddy Kong. He does have the ability to live a very long time. So let's see if he can start to slowly just rack this back up. He does have the kill potential overlaid.
Okay, I don't think he's sweating too much. What did the wise man say?
This is how it gets started. right here.
A wise man once said the first hole is the hardest.
Exactly. Oh my God. Didn't kill. Didn't kill. I needed that to kill. But here we are, back at it again with the up air.
Oh, there we
the
go.
F throw.
That's going to be it. Koolaid is, actually, is this?
Nah,
He's best of five.
Yeah, it's top 48.
top 48 best of
Oh,
five.
boy, we're in for a long haul.
You think they put us on for pools?
Oh, my goodness.
You know who? You checked the bill, right? They didn't put us on for pools. Top 48. This is best of 5.
You know what? I like it. I'm always a big fan of having more matches available to you, especially when you get around that. You get through pools.
Right.
You deserve to have that best of 5 so you can have more time to adapt to your opponents who are going to be much more talented. And also just, we get such good matches. Yep. Now, let's just please hope that we don't get John Numbers versus Sinji. Anyways.
All right, back to the match. Like we said earlier, though, one of Dill's strengths is that adaptation. So he's got more games to work with if he needs them, but Koolaid is making sure he goes home early.
Oh my goodness, my man put on a quick 42. I swear I closed my eyes for a second just to breathe and look up and all this damage. Let's go, Koolaid.
I'm saying Koolaid always says he's a doc main because he's put on a clinic. Regardless of what character he's playing, man. Oh my God,
what a
Koolaid.
great call out with that F smash
Forward.
on the side B and recognizing it again, but it pulled the trigger a little bit too early. Couldn't get that conversion. Still
Okay.
only taking 5% so far to 96. This is looking very bad for Dill so far.
If Dill needs something, he's looking around, gets sent up, gets an up throw, double back arrow. That's how some of it starts winning a little bit more than that. But as I say that, he's starting to wake up a little bit. I can see the vigor in his eyes.
Putting that wall up, man. 52% just from fairs mostly. Nice banana interaction. Koolaid trying to find a hit, but nothing yet.
Oh my
like it.
goodness.
Koolaid getting very aggressive all of a sudden compared to before. Like he's kind of been really passive trying to match up for his pace, but it doesn't matter. He conditioned him to go onto that side B center stage and gets called out. And that tipper all smash is going to take that stock.
Definitely a solid counterpoint. As the sets go on, the conditioning goes on. And like we said, Koolaid forced him to go high. And you saw what happened, man.
Yeah, this is a perfect example of just adapting throughout the set. Dill has not really been able to find his foot.
do it to him. Oh, he did it to him.
Oh, he did it. Oh, he did it to him. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's not. No.
Man,
No,
that's-
man. He
Y'all
has a
run it back.
family.
Yeah.
Run it back.
He
One
has
more
a family.
time.
You know what? His family's pressing the replay button.
Oh my God, the
Good
bear.
night. Good night, sweet prince.
Good night,
Oh
man.
my
And
God.
I appreciate the heart that it took for Devin to run that back because he was happy when that.
I feel like Devin had both.
outta
Like Devin felt bad, but
Right.
also enjoyed that very much. He's like, you know what? Let's go ahead
My
and
man.
let Dill remember this.